Now with the most local news, this is 8 News Now, live local now.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. It's 10 in the morning. Happy Monday. We made it bright and early. I'm Ozzy Mora. This is John Langler. Hey, John.
Good morning to you, Ozzy. How was your weekend?
It was good. I saw Zootopia, too. It was a lot of fun, a lot of laughs and tears, too. What about yourself?
All the emotions, all the emotions. Well, it was so beautiful. I was trying to just find any excuse to get outside. So tried to enjoy that as much as possible. Played a little bit of hockey, and both of my ACLs are still intact.
Thank goodness.
That's
and you
a
took
step in
some
the right
pictures,
direction.
right? Let's talk about your pictures real quick.
I took some pictures.
Yes.
We'll wait for them to come back from the developer. I got to get them developed first. Processes.
He's highly skilled. All right.
So coming up later on in the program, we'll talk about obviously the news of the day. We'll talk about Groundhog Day, which is today. We'll see what the gopher saw, or the groundhog, I guess. That's all coming up later on in the program. But first, the big story over the weekend: this biolab raided in the Northeast Valley. This is a huge story from Saturday morning out near Washington and Hollywood. Ozzy.
Yeah. So samples from a suspected illegal biological lab in Las Vegas are being rushed to the FBI for testing today following, like you said, a major weekend raid. So it happened on Saturday. Metro, SWAT, FBI agents went to this home, I believe. This is near Washington and Hollywood. So this is video that we're seeing after a months-long surveillance operation. This is pretty huge. This is coming all the way from Fresno, tied there, California.
Yeah. Well, and what's interesting, I mean, and you can only imagine living in that part of town in the Northeast Valley and see these people in hazmat suits walking around in these houses here.
Where neighbors were saying they were watching that going on.
They knew it was going on. So it's a huge response. They were out there for the better part of the weekend out there investigating that house. So there's more to it than just this alleged biolab, illegal biolab in the Northeast Valley. As Ozzy mentioned, possible connections to a Fresno County federal case of a Chinese national with vials of illegal material in the house. Again, another illegal lab out there. Pathogen-labeled containers, dengue fever, HIV, malaria. Someone that was charged with distributing misbranded medical devices. There's a lot to this. Even the stuff that they found at the house in Las Vegas, they don't know exactly what was in there yet. There's a press conference later today. We should get some more details from Metro Police and the FBI.
Yeah, so what's also interesting about this, I was reading, so Congressman Jim Costa, so he's been on this since 2023, so it's been a while, and I looked up some documents. So I just want to talk real quick about Reedley, California. So basically, Reedley is a rural community of about 26,000 people. So again, we're talking about in Fresno and how this is all connected. And basically, what the representative was saying that in March of 2023, he was aware of a warehouse there in Fresno, which housed a biolab that did not appear to be in compliance with the law. So this has been going on since 2023. He's been on top of this since then. And also to records show from Right News Now investigators who have been also on top of this story that the LLC that owns this Las Vegas property is tied to the same individual in that federal case. So Sheriff Kevin McMahill confirmed that one person is in custody. No formal charges have been filed yet. And also, too, in this lab, they found 1,000 transgenic mice. And like you said, those pathogens. So a lot going on. There's a lot to this story and so many connections. Yeah,
and that testing is going on now with the FBI of what they found in the Las Vegas home. So there'll be more on this coming up later this afternoon when there's a press conference from Metro Police and the FBI. But a huge story from over the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about justice delayed for this family. So a family of a slain teen frustrated by the legal system. So the family of 17-year-old, this is Joshua Piguero interviewing the father, Devin Keith is speaking out after the trial for the man who they say killed their son was pushed back yet again. So this is video of what happened that day. According to the court documents, Jesus Basara, who's right here in this picture, was scheduled to go on trial February 9th, but his attorney filed a motion last December seeking evidence from Clark County prosecutors, which postponed his trial to May. So again, Jesus Basara was 18 years old at this time. Devin was killed in March of 2024 while crossing the street near Las Vegas High School. Newly released video, like we were about to show you right there, shows the moment Devin tried to jump out of the car that Jesus was driving, and that's when he was hit.
And you can imagine the frustration of the Heath family. Obviously, they've lost a loved one in a horrible manner. Yeah. They want justice. They want the prosecution to continue. For Bazara and his legal team, obviously, they have a right to ask for delays, and they have the right to get their information as well. So It's a part of the court process. These delays are very frustrating for those involved. At some point, there will be a prosecution. There will be justice at some level. It's just another delay, unfortunately, for the Heath family. They did file a civil lawsuit against Vizara in this case, and they won a huge judgment, but so far they haven't gotten any money from that yet. So that's another level of frustration for the Heath family.
They do say that they feel forgotten by the district attorney's office. So very, very devastating, and to see that video as well.
Let's get to Commercial Center, the historic Commercial Center, not too far from here, Maryland Parkway and Sahara. This morning, Commissioner Tick Segerblum posted online that the demolition has begun of one of the buildings there. You're seeing this is video we took this morning of 925 East Sahara. That is one of the buildings at the historic Commercial Center that is now being torn down. This is part of a bigger project by Clark County to redevelop historic Commercial Center. Those of us that have lived in the Valley for a long time know that community, that neighborhood has struggled to get beyond homelessness. There's been prostitution in there, vandalism, a whole variety of things, fires that have burned up there. The county has big plans, especially Commissioner Segerblum, to turn the historic Commercial Center into a vibrant arts area to try and attract more businesses like that. And demolishing this building is part of that. We'll see where the rest of the development project goes. That's an idea of what they want to do there, but that's way down the line.
Yeah.
The demolition this morning is a key step, though, to building on that site. You have to take down the old site to build a new one.
There's been a lot of back and forth on this, and you've also covered on this for a while now. They want a completely fresh start to this area.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the Grammys. Wow, did you see it?
Oh, I watched every...
Did you watch it?
Nah.
I knew you didn't.
I was asleep.
Okay, I didn't either. I'm one of those people that look on social media and see what's going on. So the 2026 Grammys, a lot of history, politics, and some, in quote, messy moments. So it was a lot. Bad Bunny here getting emotional after winning. The music world is definitely buzzing, and so is the rest of the world, some of us, after a historic and highly political night at the Grammy Awards. So Bad Bunny, as you can see, walked away with the biggest prize and making history as the first Spanish language artist to win Album of the Year for Debí Tirar Más Fotos. That's what his album was called. However, his win was defined as much by his word as his music, rather. He used his platform to protest recent ICE raids as well. A sentiment echoed by Billie Eilish, who was also censored during the Grammys, who made some comments about ICE as well that I'm not going to repeat. Kendrick Lamar also made history, surpassing Jay-Z to become basically one of the best rappers ever, with 27 trophies. The nights, like I said, had its messy viral moments as well. I don't know if you guys saw this. I don't know, Daryl, if you saw this, from Cher accidentally announcing a deceased legend as a winner, referencing Luther, a song by Kendrick Lamar. And she accidentally said Luther Vandross, who died in 2005. She actually walked off the stage, and then she had to come back. Am I right with that, Daryl? Right? She came back.
Yeah, she was receiving, I think, a Lifetime Achievement Award, and then she forgot she had to do the next introduction, so she did that. And I think that if that's how it's being received, it's tasteful still because the song is a tribute to him, remixes his song, and
mistakes happen. It's fair enough. It's Cher. Come on now.
It was a really good tribute to Ozzy Osbourne from Post Malone and Slash, and to Roberta Flack and D'Angelo from Lauryn Hill and the Fugees. It was a nice night.
It's good to see them. Yeah.
Lady Gaga too. Just a lot going on.
Justin Bieber.
Exactly. All right. Government funding.
I missed most of the Grammys. I have it on DVR at home. I'm going to watch it.
Social media.
This morning, the federal government is still partially shut down. This is going on Capitol Hill right now. The House is back on Capitol Hill to try and finish this off. This is all tied into a five-bill funding package. Most of them have been approved. It went from the Senate back to the House. That's what this delay is. And the House has to approve what the Senate approved. It goes back and forth, et cetera. Eventually goes to President Trump. A key in this, though, is the part that's been carved out for Homeland Security funding. While the rest of the funding package will go until September to keep things moving, the proposal right now is for Homeland Security funding to only go for 2 weeks. Democrats are pushing for some big changes to Homeland Security, especially ICE, immigration enforcement, wants them to put masks on, wants them to wear body cameras, a variety of other things. They want them to have warrants for these searches that they're doing. All of that will be discussed soon, but until then, the federal government partially is still shut down. No lawmakers want the shutdown to last as long as the last one. This should be taken care of in the next day or so.
Some departments also have been impacted by this. There's like a list on the website: Defense Department, State Department, Department of Health and Human Services, and et cetera. Definitely keep an eye out for this. All right, we're going to be talking about Groundhog Day. It was a split verdict, but it's chilly still. It's going to be cold.
Except in Las Vegas, apparently.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys, stay with us.
Now with the most local news, this is 8 News Now, live local now.
8 News Now at 10, 12 past 10 here on a Monday morning after a gorgeous weekend around the valley. I was watching, there was an outdoor hockey game in Tampa, and it was like 30, 40 degrees in Tampa, Florida.
Oh my
Meanwhile, we were basking in 70 degrees all weekend. It was amazing.
Just skipping around, in their apartment.
Well, get out and about a little bit. Nate Tannenbaum gets out and about as well. He's got the weather forecast this morning.
Tell you what, you guys, with all the sunshine we've been having, it's almost a wonder that there's snow left. I mean, it's definitely been cool up there. We're seeing temperatures up on top of the mountain in the 30s at night. But here in the valley, we've been upwards of 70 or above, and I think that's going to continue most of the week. So here's what's going on. We got nothing but a stray cloud or two. We'll keep an eye on this big system out there in the Pacific. But for now, just stray clouds and really not much change. Your weather headlines go like this. Sunshine is for sure in charge. Temperatures remain above normal all week long. I don't think we're going to be setting any record highs. Most of the record highs for this week are closer to 80 degrees. And we'll also check in on your family and friends. It is still awful back there. So for your Monday, we're talking about a high of 73, more than 10 degrees above normal. There's the record high for today at 77. So maybe in the ballpark, but not really a threat. That was just 6 years ago on Groundhog Day, by the way. Sun got up at 6:40 and to go to bed a little bit after 5. So we're keeping an eye out for the possibility of some changes late week here, and the East Coast ice storms continue. Makes you appreciate this most accurate 8-day forecast. I think the warmest day of the week is going to be on Wednesday. All sunshine, maybe 74. Record high for Wednesday is 78. So again, in the ballpark. Maybe some of those clouds from the Pacific roll in, bringing high temps down to the 60s. Oh my! That is still above normal, and back to 70 or beyond into the weekend. So get out there and enjoy as the Streamcast rolls on.
You know, Ozzy, Friday going down to 68 degrees. Might have to dust off the gloves, the scarf, the snow hat. It's going to be freezing cold here.
Yeah, it's
My
going to be
goodness,
chilly.
68 degrees. Unbelievable.
If you're looking for a winter coat, don't put it away yet unless you live here. Okay?
Evidently, yeah.
Unless you live here. So Punxsutawney Phil emerged from his burrow in Pennsylvania, and guess what, guys? 6 more weeks of winter.
Except in Las Vegas.
Except in Las Vegas. Skipped us.
It's such a great ceremony. It's so much fun. Punxsutawney Phil got released from his contraption there at the bottom of that tree. And he, as you said, Ozzy, saw his shadow, 6 more weeks of winter. And there he is. Now I just want to watch the Bill Murray movie again. This does bring us to our question of the day, though, because we have, of course, Mojave Max, which Nate is very familiar with. The question is, Daryl.
Yes. Will Mojave Max wake up in the next 6 weeks? Because if not, then I guess they are in alignment with him and Punxsutawney Phil, and they have a coalition. But like we've been talking about this warmer weather, maybe Max is ready to emerge. Maybe he's been coming out later than normal, but no wrong answer. Now's the time. Scan the QR code. Let us know if you think Max is waking up in the next 6 weeks or not.
You think they have like a text thread together, Mojave Max and Punxsutawney Phil?
Probably. Are you going to go first or me first? Should I stay in?
Mojave Max's new phone, who dis?
long distance message. He's like, hey, give it a second. Yeah, he hasn't responded yet, I guess.
If you guys are just joining us from a different part of the world, Mojave Max is a desert tortoise that serves as a mascot for conservation, and he remains hidden. He comes out when
he's in brumation
like it.
at Springs Preserve.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So there you go.
By the way, from now on, I want to refer to sleeping as brumation. Let's talk about winter weather, though, and Winter Olympics, because they get started this week in Torino, or not in Torino, I'm sorry, in Milano, in Italy. That was before the Winter Olympics were in Torino. Winter Olympics beginning in Italy this week, and it actually starts with the game of curling. This morning we had our own JC Fernandez practicing curling. There's the local curling venue over by Sunset Park. But it's been a challenge to get the Winter Olympics venues ready in Italy. I know for a fact the ice hockey rink has been very slow. It's kind of half done the locker rooms. It looks like a barn.
But they feel confident. I was reading like they're going to get it done, according to several.
Positive vibes only, Ozzy. Positive vibes only.
That's what we do.
This is some of JC and the gang doing some of the curling, I think, here in town from earlier this morning. It's a fun game. It's fun to watch, and it'll be fun to watch the pros do it as well at the Winter Olympics, in addition to the alpine skiing and the figure skating and the hockey and the bobsleigh and the luge.
There's a lot going on, and this curling club, I believe this is like the only one
in Las Vegas,
right?
for sure.
Okay.
They used to have it at another rink in town, Las Vegas Ice Center, but that was also for hockey. So now they have this one as well that's just for curling. Just curling only.
They teach you everything, like everything you need to know about curling. Very, very interesting. And about that, the Winter Olympics, Mariah Carey and Andrea Bocelli will be performing.
Sounds about right. Andrea Bocelli in Italy. It feels natural. Let's talk more sports, though. From the ice to the gridiron.
Raiders
Daryl.
find their man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty big news. There were about 10 coaching vacancies once offseason got underway, and then after round 1 of the playoffs, another coach got let go, and Mike Tomlin and surprises. But the Raiders were the last one to fill that vacancy, and they have a agreement in principle with Clint Kubiak. He will be coaching this Sunday in the Super Bowl. He's the Seahawks offensive coordinator. He had a great season with Seattle last season with Geno Smith, who he had this year. This season, he did it again with Sam Darnold. So the Raiders courted him heavily and conducted a thorough process. They interviewed dozens of coaches.
I think it was 15. Was it 15?
Well, and offensive coordinators that they'll need as well. So they ran the league, and there was some nerves of whether or not they would get the guy that they wanted. Kubiak was deemed the top option, and some teams couldn't talk to him because the playoffs were still going on. The Seahawks were still in it. So that's a big deal that they successfully appears to have done this head coaching search, and we shall see what comes next. But we know the draft and free agency, but this box appears to be checked.
It's a big task. Were the Raiders the first one to fire their head coach, Pete Carroll?
Or no, actually, no. A couple came down right away, but in that first day.
It was that same time period, yeah. Well, now they're finally filling the slot, so we'll see if that happens. The Silver and Black get the new head man.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, Daryl, thanks so much. Stay with us. We'll talk about Scale the Strat. There we go. All about lung health. Stay with us.
Now with the most local news, this is 8 News Now, live local now.
It's 8 News Now at 10 here on the streaming channel. Time to revisit our question of the day about our favorite Mojave Max and his arch rival, or maybe best friend, Punxsutawney Phil.
We don't know. They're probably in a group chat.
Yeah, no, interestingly enough, everybody's feeling the warm temperatures right now in the valley, and they think that Max is going to emerge. We're watching it move. Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow, indicating 6 more weeks of winter. Will Mojave Max wake up before those 6 weeks? A lot of our viewers think so.
I don't know if Punxsutawney Phil has his finger on the pulse of desert climates as much as Mojave Max does.
Not quite, no.
Sweet Phil.
They speak 2 different languages.
They do. They're 2 different kinds of animal, let's be honest.
I think last year it was like April.
Yeah, no, it was
Max.
May. It was the latest
May?
one ever, May 8th.
Oh, yes, it was.
In fairness, if you've seen the weather from the East Coast recently, I think they might be in winter for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long
That's true.
time.
That is true.
So
Thanks for putting me back in there.
Thanks for voting. You can vote as well. QR code, the website, the whole deal. We look forward to hearing from
Yeah,
you.
we love to hear from you. All right, let's scale the strat. Practice makes perfect, John, okay? So hundreds of Las Vegans spent their weekend climbing thousands of stairs, all to prepare for the city's most grueling charity events, but it's all for a great cause, okay? For the first time ever, though, the American Lung Association held a practice climb at Cashman Stadium. This was on Saturday. People there tackled the stadium. Oh, sweet dog, you're so cute. He's like, I'm over it. I'm done.
Yeah, where's my kibbles and bits?
They got a feel for the endurance needed for the main Scale the Strat event, which is on February 22nd. So the actual challenge is massive. I'm talking about like more than 100 floors and 1,450 steps to reach the top of the iconic tower. So
Yeah, Scale the Strat, it's great. I love to see these people running up and down Cashman Field or the stairs at Cashman Field before they tear it down because it's going away soon enough. But Scale the Strat's, like you say, a huge accomplishment. Firefighters do it in their full gear. Our own Nate Tannenbaum has done it in a flannel shirt, which that's a challenge in and of itself. It's great for I think it's the American Lung Association that it benefits. So Scale the Strat's always a great charitable event, and glad these folks are getting an early start on their physical fitness.
And all the money raised goes toward lung disease, which is very, very important. All right, so
Science Bowl time.
you take it away from
All right, Science Bowl. The annual Nevada Science Bowl was held over the weekend over at the CSN campus in North Las Vegas over on Cheyenne. 20 schools took part. This is big, of course, for STEM students, science, technology, and education, math. And you can see the winners right there. So 20 schools took part statewide. Davidson Academy from Reno took first place again. Another Reno high school finished in second, and then Clark High School from, of course, right here in Las Vegas, finished in third place. They got $1,500 for their program, so that's great to see. And it's amazing what young kids are able to do with what they've learned in the STEM programs across Clark County School District. And a big shout out to what they've been able to learn.
It's definitely a premier showcase for STEM, and I love Clark High. I've done several stories there. The kids are amazing. The educator staff, just fantastic. Amazing programs, just so interactive and engaging. I have to ask you though, talk to me about your science project that you remember from high school or middle school.
I had to build a bridge in, I think it was geometry class. And the challenge was how much weight it could hold with before it snapped. And it didn't last long.
It didn't, but you tried though.
I had to.
That was our grade.
What materials did you use? Was this like a popsicle stick bridge?
I think it was toothpicks and hope. Is what I
Hopefully
used.
it sticks
Thoughts and
together.
prayer.
Neither
Daryl,
one of them I had enough of.
What about you, Daryl?
No, I made a really bad volcano in 6th grade.
Really?
In elementary school, we had the science fairs with the trifold boards and all that. None of them really stand out to me now. I had a bad volcano in 6th grade.
I did too. I did the volcano too, but I told you guys that my dad did it for me because I was that girl. Like, Dad, can you help me out? He's like, I'll just do it. He was frustrated. I was like, okay.
He's like, well, if I get $1,500, I'll do it.
Yeah, I said, of course I'll do it for you, honey.
Well, sad to say your Krakatoas did not succeed in school. Those are the days.
I'm still here though.
Congratulations to the schools that took part.
Yes,
That'll do
so
it for us
proud.
this morning here on 8 News Now at 10. We thank you so much for watching.
Bye, guys.